Theater. But right now, we get a chance to visit with Todd Taylor. Todd is the manager of United States Disaster Relief for Samaritan's Purse, and as you can imagine, he is quite busy right now. Samaritan's Purse is headquartered in Boone, North Carolina, a community that was devastated by the flooding related to Hurricane Helene. Todd, I know you got a lot on your plate. Really appreciate you making some time for us this morning.
Thank you so much for having us this morning.
So I think there are a lot of people that when they hear Samaritan's Purse, they think, okay, that's shoeboxes. That's the opportunity to maybe teach my kids about giving and providing for those who are in need around the holidays. But it's a whole lot more than that. If you don't mind, give us the quick overview of Samaritan's Purse and the mission of this entire organization.
So our mission is to share Christ in Jesus' name around the globe. Samaritan's Purse helps out in times of famine, war, natural disaster around the globe. Currently, we have projects in Ukraine. We've got some projects in Israel, as well as a lot of work that we've been doing for the last 50 years in Africa and other third world countries and developing countries. But here at home, Samaritan's Purse U.S. Disaster Relief responds to our natural disasters. Just as we were in Katrina for so long and helped so many people there return home, Samaritan's Purse is ready to respond to this new challenge that Hurricane Helene has posed our nation.
You know, I was looking on your website at the volunteer opportunities and was struck by the fact that, yes, there is response in North Carolina in multiple locations, but also in multiple locations in Florida and in Georgia. But it's not just that. You still have ongoing response from Hurricane Francine and Hurricane Beryl. This is one of those times of year in particular where the need across the United States really never stops.
That's so true. You know, as we see what's just happened with Helene, you know, our team down in Houma, Louisiana with Hurricane Francine, they have almost 400 open requests for assistance. That number continues to grow. We're finally about to wrap up this week with Hurricane Beryl, and also out in California with the Park Fire, where we've got teams working, helping people sift through the ash. But here with Hurricane Helene, we have a lot of opportunities for volunteers from across our nation to get involved to help with the relief effort. Currently, I'm located in St. Petersburg, Florida, where we are set up at Calvary Chapel St. Pete. We're sending out volunteers to help with the tidal surge cleanup here, where, you know, they've never seen a tidal surge like this here in 50 years. 6 to 7 feet of water inundated everything that was close to a tidal-affected body of water. So we've got houses with anywhere from just a few inches to 7 feet of water across this entire metro area. So you're talking more than 40,000 homes here in this general area that have been inundated with flood water. That's not including what's going on up in Perry with the high winds and the storm surge there, and then over in Valdosta, where we've got just thousands and thousands of trees down, where it's predicted that it may be as much as 2 to 3 weeks before electrical restoration can occur. And then we know that South Carolina took some hits in several different counties. But we're also working at home there with where you've seen all the catastrophic flooding and landslides, mudslides. Samaritan's Purse has engaged all of our ministry. That's our home office is there in Boone. We have another office down in North Wilkesboro where our U.S. disaster relief teams are located. But the entire ministry is really working across the entire area. So one of the neat things that we're able to do with this storm, we've been asked by several of the healthcare providers in the area to offer some of our field hospital services where, you know, in third world countries after disasters, we set up hospital tents. We've done that at home, and we're doing a 20-bed triage unit in Avery County. In Watauga County, our home county, we're helping them with oxygenation. We've got an oxygen tent where people that may have been on oxygen machines before the storm, don't have the oxygen bottles at home or don't have electricity, they can come to one of these tents and get their oxygen there, just as a way to help the hospital. We've engaged our mission aviation services, and so we've got one of our helicopters flying, delivering water to inaccessible areas, as well as medicine and non-perishable food items, just trying to help out in every way that we can.
I think, Todd, we've seen some of the images of the tractor trailers, the 18-wheelers with the Samaritan's Purse logo on the side pulling out, and those are loaded with supplies that need to go to all of these affected areas. Because there was so much damage in, as you said, your own backyard, the home offices of Boone, has that affected at all your ability to kind of mobilize as quickly as you might normally be able to?
So it did not affect our ability to mobilize. Our team of program managers and assistant program managers, we constantly are monitoring the weather. We have a great relationship with several of the National Weather Service outlets. And, we saw the projections. We knew the possibilities. So we had our equipment ready to go in North Wilkesboro. It's just a 35-mile drive up to Boone, 90 miles to Asheville. We started moving our equipment as soon as it was safe to leave the warehouse, headed to Florida, headed to Georgia. And we were able to get underground here in Florida and Georgia just within a few hours after the storm passed.
Todd, visiting with Todd Taylor. He is the Manager of U.S. Disaster Relief for Samaritan's Purse. So many times, and this is a sad part of the aftermath of disasters, you see opportunities to help, whether it's with funding or otherwise, but you don't really know where your money is going. To me, that's one of the great values that exists with an organization like Samaritan's Purse, where you work, because there's such a track record of actually doing the things that you say that you're going to do, and people are able to give confidently because they know that money is going directly to disaster relief in the areas that need it most. Can you speak to that just a touch?
So Samaritan's Purse, we take some very, very minimal amounts of overhead for our disaster relief donations. Everything that's donated to this particular storm goes for the relief efforts, from buying fuel for the trucks to buying food for volunteers to directly helping those homeowners in so many different ways. As this one's going to take years to recover from, we don't know exactly what that recovery process is going to look like at this time, but Samaritan's Purse is committed to the long haul of any response where we stand up.
How do people get involved? I know they can give monetarily if they are if people feel led to do that, but there are also options, right, for people to actually put their boots on the ground and help with some of the work that needs to be done.
Oh, absolutely. So the first thing that your listeners, we encourage them to do is honestly stop what they're doing right now and say a prayer for the folks that have been affected. We're looking at right now, the last death toll I saw, there's over 150 people that perished in this storm across the 4 states and 5 states. There are still ongoing search and rescue. There are hundreds and hundreds of people still unaccounted for. So please stop and pray for that entire situation, the relief workers, the search and rescue workers, and especially those victims and the survivors. Secondly, if they would want to be involved, and would like to volunteer with Samaritan's Purse, we have volunteer opportunities in 6 locations right now. And those opportunities go from cutting trees, tarping roofs, helping people go into their flooded homes, removing the carpet, the sheetrock, sanitizing the home, and getting it ready to make those repairs. It may be helping shovel a driveway. It may be helping move rocks off of driveways, or things like that. So there's a lot of different volunteer opportunities available. And to find out how you can be involved, we encourage you to go to stvolunteer.org, or you can simply go to the Samaritan's Purse main site, and there should be a banner right there on the main site that says Get Involved, and you can click that link, and it'll give you all the information you need to be involved.
And then finally, for those who aren't able, you go to that website as well, SamaritansPurse.org, and there is a way that you can give monetarily. You can click on Give, or you can click on Volunteer, and all of those donations, you can be assured, are going where they need to be. Todd, thank you for your service. Thank you for all the work that's going on, and to all of those who are already volunteering, appreciate what you're doing, and also appreciate you spending a few minutes with us this morning.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
Todd Taylor, he's the manager of U.S. Disaster Relief with Samaritan's Purse. Again, their website, very simple, SamaritansPurse.org. If you feel called to make a donation or to volunteer, you can learn more about how to do that online. Woo, fast 3 hours with you this morning. We will wrap things up, and we'll do a little giveaway when we come back. This is the Gallo Radio Show on SuperTalk, Mississippi.